Hello again, and I hope you are very excited to work on Santa's face today for our third part of this series. And for anyone who is seeing this series for the first time, we did Mrs. Claus's face in part 2. So where we left off in part 2, you remember we got to this shape already, and now we are just building and adding and sculpting as we go. Of course, doing our gentle tap tap taps and not felting all the way through, just felting with the very tip of the needle. In this video, there will very much be a repeat of what you've seen in part 2 for Mrs. Claus's face. So there will be a lot of quiet time. I will pop up and say, oh, hey, yeah, I did this, or hey, yeah, don't do that, or hey. So just to let you know. This process of building the face takes quite a long time, and I do spend a lot of time at this stage building and adding and sculpting. Some of the things that you will see different in this video versus part 2 is that, of course, I'm going to make his nose a little bit larger and his face will be larger in general, and some features will seem a little bit more broader and bigger. The Mr. and Mrs. Claus that you've seen in the beginning of the video are previous works of mine. Now, in this video, I am not trying to duplicate the exact look. I often don't duplicate my faces to the T. It's kind of funny because I really can't duplicate my own previous work because I often just let the face happen and just shape it as I go. I guess I just really like surprises and I like to see what will happen. Now, often my faces or my work will look similar or people can recognize it. They can kind of look like family, more or less. I do have favorite facial features. I do like noses rather larger. I like smiles. So that's kind of one thing that I do keep standard to. I definitely encourage you to go out and find your favorite features that you like to add to your dolls and see what happens and play with it. If you are new to making dolls, I just want to tell you, or warn you, I guess, it is a bit addictive to watch their personalities and their little faces come to life. This right here is a very important step, is to stuff the lips. I know that's a weird thing to say, but yes, it's very important. Don't forget to stuff those lips. I often will kind of play a little bit with hair or mustache or beards, even before I get to that step. It helps me to see where I need to go or if I need to add something or take something away. just like when I said you need to stuff the lips, I am actually stuffing the eye socket, so when I add the eyelid and I needle felt over top of it, it won't go flat or sunken in. I also would like to add, for those who are new to making dolls, you are going to go through a multiple stages with your faces. They're going to look crazy, they're going to look bizarre. You're going to get to stages where you like them and you're like, and then you're going to go through a stage again to where it's not so great, and you may even think you're doing it wrong, but you're not. I promise. It's just what happens. These things have a mind of their own, it seems. And it's all normal. Keep going. Trust the process. As you can see, adding to the nose, and I do believe I add more to the nose even later. Yeah, I just love to grow noses, it seems. So the shading that you see is something totally optional. It's not something that you have to do. It is something that I choose to do. And some people may use makeup or say chalk pastels. But like I said, if it's not something you want to do for your doll, perfectly fine, opt out of it. Well, this character doesn't really look like Santa yet. This part right here is me preparing caracal roving and Romney roving and blending it together. I cut it and then I pull the fibers apart to make them where they're uneven and not have that blunt edge. I then add the hair by using a shingling type felting technique. Well, this Santa kind of looks like he wants to be a wizard. I don't know, maybe Santa is kind of like a wizard. The hair is only going to get more massive and crazier, but don't fret. We're going to get rid of some of that. Okay, so he looks like a woolly beast. Not Santa, not a wizard, a woolly beast. But that's okay. We're gonna unwoolly him. We'll get rid of some of that, not to fret. And I have to be completely honest. I've been making dolls for 7 years, and I still go through stages of panic when I see things like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to fix it? But yes, here I am point cutting into his woolly hair and pulling out the excess wool, and we'll felt it down. But yeah, no, don't worry. I still panic even after 7 years. Oh goodness. Yes, he just needed a haircut. Looking better already. Still got some shaping to do. He is not quite his jolly self, but he is getting there. I love hearing from you all, and I wanted to let you know, feel free to always ask questions down in the comments. I generally answer them in a timely manner, and of course, as our community grows, there may be others that may have the same question or they can answer your question. How is your Santa coming along? I think this guy is starting to get a little jolly on us. I hope your Santa is getting jolly too. Aw, so here's the couple together. This is what we have so far. I will probably poke and prod and squish and mush and felt them up a bit more and add a little here and do a little this and a little that. But in general, this is them. Well, congratulations. You have completed your Santa and part 3. And coming soon, we will be working on their clothes and their props. Be looking forward to part 4 of this series. And until next time, thanks so much and see you then.